Back during the height of Gamergate 1 in ye old days of 2015, there were tons of individuals who were demanding more diversity in the video game industry, and they really targeted female characters, ones like Zelda and also ones like Samus, demanding that they be turned transgender or that they already viewed a character like Samus as trans, and now that exact same thing is happening again. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, you can personally view a character whatever way you want, but to demand a character be canonized that way because you think that they are this thing is absolutely insane. There are lots of activists within the video game industry right now who are very vocal and who feel like they can pressure companies into making massive decisions and massive changes, and some of them bend the knee while others don't, but that doesn't mean that they are going to stop because these individuals are never happy. Oh, one target is finally changed and they got their way. Well, there's 5 others that they have lined up. And yes, back in 2015, during the height of Gamergate 1, we saw a lot of people saying Samus Aran is a trans woman and you have to deal with it, and you are the problem if you don't accept this. And as you can see on the Mary Sue's article, it had 2,266 comments, so this is when I suppose their bait actually worked, and it doesn't anymore. The Mary Sue is basically a dead outlet, just like the Gamer, Kotaku, Polygon, and they're trying it yet again. And if you don't know who this person is and you watched House of the Dragon, you technically do, because they were the commander of the Triarchy, the he, she that flirts with the Lannister. So we are talking, yes, about I think it's supposed to be like a very masculine woman. Either way, a character that, yes, was dunked on social media because they were very, very, cringy. But Abigail Thorne wants Nintendo to confirm that Samus is trans. Why is that? Yes, because these people are narcissists, okay? If they do not think they look like a character or act like a character or talk like a character, they are a victim. And if a character doesn't look like them and walk like them and talk like them, they are not being appropriately represented and they can't connect with a character. It's narcissism at its finest. I love a lot of male characters in video games. I love Master Chief. I love Joel. I love Canon Revan. I love Darth Malgus. I love so many very cool male characters, and I connect with them because they are either struggling with, I don't know, the difference between good and bad. They're making tough decisions. They are, in some cases, compassionate and funny. That's why I like them, not because they could potentially look like me if I went on some deranged tirade and demanded that they be changed and that their gender be changed. I don't just connect with female characters because they are my gender or they look like me or they have a quirk like me. And I think that it is insane that people say, oh, I can't enjoy a character in a video game unless they're exactly like me. You are the problem here, not the character. We spoke to Thorne last week as part of a larger piece set to hit the gamer in the future. Did anybody ask? No. But with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond in the public consciousness, the actress has her say on the series protagonist. I still think Nintendo should come out and tell us what we already know, which is that Samus is trans. People just think that we've misunderstood her character. They think that she's like a mother, and it's like, no, she's a badass trans bounty hunter from space, okay? Bait used to be believable, because I genuinely feel in a way that they are just trying to stir the pot and get some attention, which, hey, I guess it technically worked, but it's not going to be positive attention, and most people are not going to respect you going forward. I would sit here and say that I don't give a fuck if somebody is going to be trans. If you want to do that with your life, you can go for it. But at the same time, you are ruining the image of your people. You are just furthering stereotypes. You are furthering divide in the gaming community. You are causing a problem specifically to get attention because I suppose you thought that, oh, transing yourself was going to get you attention in this industry, and it didn't. And listen, again, you can do what you want with your life. You are an adult, plain and simple. Doesn't mean I have to sit here and feed into your delusions when you are saying you want a character loved by millions and millions and millions of people to be changed for the very few. I've, again, never really seen this theory. I, of course, knew that there were people in the past that had demanded Samus be changed and that, oh, Samus is actually a transgender woman, but it's never been like this big, widespread theory. And now you are getting absolutely dunked on social media. And you deserve it. Who do you really think is actually going to run to your defense? Nobody. Popular. I think this fictional character is transgender because I have a debilitating porn addiction and no internal sense of identity. 10 reasons why Samus is categorically not trans. The official manga depicts her as female since childhood. Dark Samus possessing Samus's genes imbues her with a female physiology and is pronounced as such. Samus never protested misgendering. Metroid Zero Mission Q&A suggests a transgender Samus is as unlikely as PS2 porting. Metroid's creator denies Samus being transgender. I mean, we're talking about a list of counters here, but the people that are saying this and that are pushing this don't actually care about the series. They don't care about Samus. They don't care about high quality work. They are just saying, I want everything in the world to revolve around me because I'm a narcissist and I've got an ego the size of an Eiffel Tower. Like, they do not care about actually respecting the source material and also respecting the character because they don't play video games, they don't know video games, and they don't care about video games. These are the types of people that companies have been listening to for years now, and well, we're seeing in some instances it's finally ending, and it can't happen quick enough. Erasing all the strong woman representation in favor of the trans representation I see. Next, I'll be saying Lara Croft should be, and a decade ago, a prominent opinion by these activists was, oh, there needs to be more female representation, there needs to be more women because there weren't enough in the video game industry, even though that was a complete and blatant lie because there have always been female characters in games and there have always been female developers out there. I mean, we are going to sit here and forget about Roberta Williams' existence, I suppose. That's not good enough for these people. But now it's, oh, being a woman isn't good enough, and we need to take it a step further, and female characters need to be turned trans, I suppose. As we've said a million times, make what you want, but don't change pre-existing IPs. I know they understand this. How Dustborn? They don't get enough traction on their own, Dustborn, so they need pre-existing IPs to push their propaganda. And true, I have always given the worst of the worst games like Dustborn and Flintlock the Siege of Dawn at least a singular point when reviewing them because they are new and they're not desecrating existing characters and stories and worlds that people care about, and they are not trying to change existing properties, but they know that their new work doesn't sell because activists aren't going to show up to buy it. So yes, to do as much damage as possible, they need to take existing characters and change them. Like this person had said, it brings me so much joy to know that you feel like all your favorite hobbies are being stripped away from you. You will never get what you think you had back, and that is hilarious, even though now the same person would be screaming about how, oh my gosh, no, the Saudis are going to remove LGBT characters and we're having things stripped away from you. You'll never get what you think you had back, and that's hilarious. I mean, come on, man. Popular fan theory, no one except troons and porn addicts find this popular. So, yeah, there are not a lot of people supporting this stance, and the gamer is getting completely and utterly wrecked for it, and they deserve it. When you are going to push this straight up propaganda, nobody is going to stand with you. Nobody is going to defend you. And again, this actor is really just bringing a bad rap to their type of people even more, and they are really just making it so it's even harder to connect with them, or harder to say, yeah, okay, they did a good performance in this property, because behind the scenes they are ultimately saying properties should be changed to represent them more. So it's just not a good look all around, and I'll be keeping my eye on this. I doubt we're going to get a follow-up, but this has been a claim for years that, oh, Samus is trans, and now it's popping back up because of this Baldur's Gate 3 actress, and it's not a good look, and it's not actually a popular theory. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.